I feel like I've never done more for my child, but I still feel stuck in the same place. A mom mentioned this on a phone consult with us a few weeks back, and this mom had been to countless doctors and specialists, filled numerous prescriptions, and explored various holistic and biomedical therapies, but nothing seemed to work. It can be so hard as a parent when you're questioning if there's something that you're missing, especially when you're working so hard. Truth is, this mom I talked to isn't alone, and so many parents feel this way about getting to the bottom of their child's health struggle. But what if the real key to unlocking optimal potential and healing for your child is not doing more, but prioritizing the order and the sequence in what you're doing to make the most impact? In fact, when you find the right order on healing that aligns with the exact pathway or sequence of stress that caused them to get sick in the first place, you'll make the most impact. This allows you to do less while accomplishing more. This video is for parents who feel stuck in an endless cycle of doctor visits, medications, therapies, yet still struggle to see lasting improvements in their child's health and development. We'll dive into the often overlooked link between the nervous system, its regulation, and overall health, and how prioritizing the right interventions at the right time could be the paradigm shift that your family needs to thrive. Did you know that 2 in 5 children in the United States now suffer from chronic health conditions, from allergies and asthma to ADHD and autism? The rates of pediatric disorders have skyrocketed in recent decades. Despite advances in medicine and an ever-growing array of treatment options, many families find themselves trapped in a frustrating cycle of trial and error with minimal lasting results. It may sound simple, but accomplishing less with more with your child's health is all about starting with the basics in the beginning developmentally. The sequence of what happens first can make all the difference as stress accumulates throughout development, physically and emotionally. This is why we look into the one factor that's often overlooked by most traditional pediatricians and practitioners in your child's healing journey: nervous system regulation and vagus nerve function. The nervous system is the master controller of the body, coordinating every major system and keeping everything working in harmony. When the nervous system becomes dysregulated and out of balance, it can wreak havoc on your child's health, shutting down and altering gut function, gross motor coordination, immune system function, and inflammation, especially if your child struggles with sleep, digestion, sensory processing, and behavior struggles. Common signs of nervous system dysregulation in kids include sleep disturbances, frequent respiratory challenges, fine motor problems, sensory overload, and behavior problems such as tantrums and meltdowns. So how can you find out if your child has nervous system dysregulation and vagus nerve dysfunction? The first place to look within the basics of neurophysiological function: sleeping, eating, digesting, staying healthy, regulating emotions, and sensory processing abilities. If your child is struggling in any of these areas, that's a red flag that the nervous system may be out of balance. We find that the majority of stress affects kids in a 3-step sequence: a high stress, often high risk pregnancy and fetal development period, birth intervention and trauma, and early exposure to antibiotics, other medications, and toxins. When all of these challenges accumulate, we call it the perfect storm. This is why many of the symptoms children experience seem interconnected. They all start from the same place, very early in development. Put simply, the nervous system is the boss. It starts to develop first in utero. The way God designed our body and overall health to function is that the brain and nervous system must be fully regulated and operational in order for the vital organs to function as well. Gut health, immune system function, endocrine and hormonal health, and fine motor development are all controlled first and foremost by the nervous system. When the nervous system gets derailed and off track developmentally, so will most everything else downstream. This is why nearly every child struggling with a chronic neurodevelopmental condition like autism also struggles with digestive problems, a weakened immune response, gross and fine motor challenges, or sensory processing difficulties. A struggling nervous system will compound problems. In contrast, an adaptable and efficient central nervous system allows children to conquer growth and development with ease and not be bogged down by all the external stressors coming at them. From social stress to screen time, chemicals in the food our kids want to eat, there's no escaping the stress coming at us. Even when we do our absolute best to clean up the environment for our kids, it can be nearly impossible to be perfect from every angle. For parents, you'll feel like you're working so hard for your child and say yes to anything that looks like it could help. But progress is slow, as it's not nearly as efficient or as effective as making their own systems more adaptable. through a fully and well-regulated nervous system. As simple as it sounds, the sequence of things matters most. Each individual form of natural, holistic, and integrative care is amazing and can help when the nervous system is adaptable and resilient. But if we could unlock something within your child's brain and body to ensure that everything in the natural healing list could work better, that's the power of focusing on the nervous system first. The first step is uniquely measuring their nervous system function. At Physis Chiropractic, we use an incredible piece of technology called neurological insight scans that accurately assess the health and function of the central nervous system. This lets us centralize what can give us the most progress neurologically with the least amount of healing effort. A true batting order of what your child needs first to get the momentum back in their health. If the nervous system is off track and dysregulated, it's easy for parents to question if something's missing, even when all the hard work you're already doing. If you feel trapped in the cycle of doing more, let's dive deeper into the nervous system, allowing you to do less work to accomplish more progress. We're here for you. Please ask that question that's on your mind, DM us, or give us a call. We're here to help.